Josh and Caleb.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Wearing my Gargoyle shirt, one of the best shows of all time. Cause today we are going to be taking a look at my animation collection. Everything on this shelf. That's documentaries, don't worry about that. A few caveats. No Disney, because we have done many videos about Disney, but perhaps we will eventually do a Disney animation collection, possibly in the future. We'll think on that. And Batman and Scooby-Doo, we have also done many videos on. I'll throw a few up there. Go check those out. So with all that out of the way, let's jump right in. We will go row by row, film by film, looking at everything, and I'll just give a quick thought about each. Some we won't spend too long on, some we will talk about a little bit. It depends on the title. So let's jump right into the top shelf, which is a lot of DreamWorks, like almost 2 full rows of DreamWorks. I did forget about my VHS, so let's take a look at that. First, we have Samson and Sally, a Just for Kids release. I'm not a musical, but man, do I love this film. It was so good. 60 minutes, so a very quick watch. The walruses are very funny. This is one I need to revisit, but great if you've never seen that. Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, great. Super excited about the new Street Fighter film we're getting. That's a good one. We have Monster Mash. Maybe my favorite version of that. Really good. Love that one. Needs upgrade. Then the only Don Bluth film I do not have on DVD or Blu-ray is stuck on VHS. Directed by Gary Goldman and Don Bluth. So that's great. Yeah. Not one I watch a ton. And when was this? 94? Yeah, probably Snapper Case, I would assume. So it's just hard to come by. So that is the reason. And then Princess and the Goblin. Pretty good. Need to revisit though. It's been a while. I do love the animation style there, so I need to have a marathon, really write down some of these and watch them. This, of course, I've seen a ton, a staple of my childhood. Basically, if James Bond was a frog, is so good. A spy movie with a frog, Freddy the Frog, just great. James Earl Jones, if you have not seen this, you need to check it out. It's great. Happily Ever After, a great sequel. The lights. There we go. Okay, that's better. It was like doing a weird flash thing. Happily Ever After, a sequel to Disney's original classic, and it's great. You got Dom DeLuise, Malcolm McDowell, Zaza Gabor, Phyllis Diller, Ed Asner, Carol Channing, just great. One of my favorite animated films of all time. I'm pretty sure it was in my top 50 non-Disney animated films. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. But a great movie, a classic. Need to upgrade that. Then we have The Mighty Kong. Not one I watch a ton. I think I've only seen it a couple times, but do remember enjoying it. Uh, Dudley Moore. Oh, Jody Benson. And the Sherman Brothers wrote the music? Okay. This has to be at the top of my watch list. The Sherman Brothers? Okay. When they say you learn something new every day, that is something I did not know. Man, the Sherman Brothers, who wrote Mary Poppins, Choo Choo Bang Bang, absolutely, and Jody Benson? How did I not know this? Okay. That I need to upgrade after I watch it again. Okay. That's amazing. Okay, then we have Willie McBean and his Magic Machine, which is a stop motion animated film. I believe directed by Rankin and Bass. I think so. It doesn't say, but I think I remember reading that. I mean, that's their style. So, yeah, I would imagine it's. I think I looked that up, but yeah. A great stop motion animated film. Took me forever to find it because I didn't know the title. You know, you forget stuff as kids. So, yeah, that is great. Then a documentary about the Flintstones. A page right out of history. That's a good one. A great photo of Bill Hanna and Joe Barbera there. Then a bonus VHS, Meet the Digimon, which is not included in the set, so you need that VHS. A little rough up here. Might need to replace that. Then Foofer, another Hanna-Barbera show that was basically like thrown in the trash. They just gave it to Just for Kids and they never released it themselves, which is crazy to do a whole show and just toss it aside. They've done that with a few other shows as well, which is very surprising. I wonder what the mindset is on that, because I love Foofer. It is a great show. I should do a short on that at some point. Then Pride of the X-Men, which was, you know how shows do like pilots? This was a pilot for the animated series. And it's not included in the series. You have to have this VHS. Then Fire and Ice, a great epic animated film. Let's see. Yeah, Ralph Bakshi, great animated director. Then we have The Greatest Adventure, Stories from the Bible, which most of these don't have a DVD release. There's only 4 or 5, I think. So we have The Easter Story, The Creation, Oh, some good photos on the back. David and Goliath. Moses. Noah's Ark. The Nativity. Joseph and his brothers. Samson and Delilah. And Daniel and the lion's den. Obviously, being a PK pastor's kid, it was very cool to see Hanna-Barbera, make high quality stuff about stories from the Bible. Very cool. They are all so well done. And then Hanna-Barbera just, did not release it. I have one DVD release, but like I said, I think you can only get 5 of the episodes on DVD, but they're so well done. The quality is insane. So yeah, there we go. There's all the VHS. Now we will jump to the DreamWorks shelf. Where to begin? Guess we'll jump with my favorite non-Disney film, The Swan Princess. Just a great film, a lot of great songs, some great story as well. Richard Rich, who was part of Disney Animation and left, much like Don Bluth, but instead of doing a bunch of movies, he has done The Swan Princess. Basically, the entire 25 years. There are many sequels which we will get into. I think they're in the back here. So we will be taking a look at those as well. Then we have Storks. There we go. It was doing that weird stroby thing. I don't know if you guys were seeing that, but I had to turn it away a little. So hopefully that helps us. Storks, great film. Andy Samberg, right? Yeah. Who Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he was part of SNL for many years. But a great film. One I did not expect to like, but hilarious. It's great. So there's that. The Super Mario Brothers movie, great. Also wasn't sure what to think about, because unlike most people, I love the 90s live action movie. So was unsure what direction they were going to go, but I think they crushed that. Surf's Up, Shia LaBeouf, very good. The sequel's good as well. Paranorman, great. You guys know I love stop motion animated films. And Leica, I think, isn't it Leica? Yeah, Leica Animation, they are great. They haven't done one. It's been a while, I think. The Box Trolls, maybe their best. If I had to just you think Box Trolls, that's not a good movie, but man, it's so good. And all the sequences at night, just great. Love that movie. Then The Lorax, very good movie. Danny DeVito. Yeah, another musical animated film, which I actually love. Sing, same thing. It always reminds me of Cats Can't Dance or something. Migration, which is hilarious. When I think I got it Black Friday, and I watched it 2 times in a row. It was that hilarious. That is great. If you have not seen Migration, definitely give it a shot. Secret Life of Pets 1 and 2, both great films. Probably like 1 just a skosh more, but 2 is also great. People always say it's like a Toy Story ripoff. I mean, I can see that, but yeah, I enjoy both of them. Then we have all the Minions movies. Rise of Gru, Minions, Despicable Me 3. Is that the one where he has a twin? Yeah, that's his twin. 2, probably my favorite. I really like 2. And of course, the original one, also great. Then we have Ice Age, one of my top 50 non-Disney animated films. Collision Course, not so much. Rio 1 and 2, which, did I see the first one in theaters? Maybe both, I forget. I had these coupons which I got from some movie I bought on Blu-ray, and it was free tickets, and I think it was me, Caleb, and our friend Daniel, I think for the second one, and there was this huge like birthday party of like 50 kids. It was quite the experience, but it made it pretty fun as well. But Rio 1 and 2, those are great films. Ron's Gone Wrong, actually a decent movie as well. Fantastic Mr. Fox, one of my favorite Wes Anderson movies. If you look up behind the scenes on especially the audio recording, they did it like, they did differently than most. Like most are in a recording studio, but they went out and did the things that they were going to do in stop motion to get the audio performance that they did. It's great. Look that up. Then some Don Bluth, Pebble and the Penguin. One of my favorites, probably top 5, after these two especially. But that's great. Tim Curry is great in that. Anastasia, which I upgraded last year, I believe. I had on DVD. I need to watch it more than I do. Saw that in theaters. Then we have All Dogs Go to Heaven, 1, classic. Love that movie. And 2, which a lot of people don't like for whatever reason. I enjoy it. And the series, which I think we will get to here in a minute. Thumbelina, great film. The Peanuts movie, I think they nailed the Peanuts movie. Is so good. I don't know why there hasn't been a sequel yet. When was this? Like 2015 or something? Yeah, it's been like 10 years. Was it 2015? Yeah, 2015. It's crazy there has not been a sequel to that. Missing Link, which at first I wasn't a fan of, but then seeing the trailer was not good. I'm like, man, that's gonna be so dumb, but then once I watched it, it was great. Really funny. Turbo is great. Ryan Reynolds, about a snail who wants to be a race car. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, a great sequel. Favorite Puss in Boots movie. How to Train Your Dragon 2, great sequel. Probably my favorite How to Train Your Dragon movie. Monster House. There we go. Monster House. Great film to watch during the Halloween season. So good. Robert Zemeckis. I don't know why I quit doing animated films. All his movies were so good. I can't even remember the last one he did. Was this the last one he did? No, he did Christmas Carol after that. I forget what he did after that. Polar Express, also Robert Zemeckis. Not one of my favorites he did. Then Nine, a movie that's meant to look like stop motion, but is not stop motion. But the short that this is based on was, and is included on this. Great. I remember seeing that on YouTube when I heard they were making a movie. Very well done. Tim Burton produced. The Tale of Despero, which I've not seen in a very long time. That might need a rewatch. I don't know if it's a keeper or not. Same with the rest of these. Well, SpongeBob, obviously, but Leap, I do remember liking, and Elle Fanning, of course, is in it, so have to keep it for that reason. Astro Boy needs a rewatch. It's been a very long time. I think, is Nicolas Cage is dead? Yeah, Nicolas Cage, Freddie Highmore. Dead Space Aftermath. That I need to watch. I need to rewatch a lot of these. Spies in Disguise, I do remember liking. It's been a while though. I think I've only actually seen it twice. But Tom Holland, Will Smith. Then the two of the SpongeBob movies, Sponge Out of Water, and the first one, which I still absolutely love the original one. But I like that all the movies are different styles, they tried different things with it. Resident Evil Damnation, that one I don't remember a whole lot about. Yeah, a lot of these I'm going to have to rewatch. Secret of NIMH, Don Bluth classic, probably my favorite one. Signed, of course. You guys remember that day. There's a video, 5 hours to meet the legend. Well worth it. Rock-a-doodle-doo, possibly my second favorite. I don't know, I would have to get them all laid out and watch them all to really know. We're Back, a Dinosaur Story, Steven Spielberg classic. Jay Leno is in this movie, as you can see right there. Yeah, that's a classic. Same with Ferngully, The Last Rainforest, which was randomly at Walmart last year, 2 years ago. Has a ton of special features, which I love. Anything with special features. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which I absolutely love. Stop motion animated film, has a ton of special features. Only way you can own this on physical media, because it is a Netflix film. And we have Watership Down, a traumatizing movie, but great, so good. Happy to find this. I had on clamshell for most of my childhood to adulthood, so happy to have that on Blu-ray. Then this I just recently upgraded, Robots. That needs a rewatch probably. Ghost in the Shell. Absolutely love this movie. It is great. Then we have some Studio Ghibli films here. Probably my favorite, along with a lot of people, I'm sure. Spirited Away. I remember the first time I saw this, I randomly grabbed it at Goodwill and just popped in. I'm like, oh no, not really sure, but yeah, blew me away. It's so good. Castle in the Sky, great. We might have to pick up the pace here. This is going to be a 4-hour movie video. Howl's Moving Castle, also, I mean, all of them are great. Kiki's Delivery Service, that one with, that with Spirited Away, probably have seen the most out of every Studio Ghibli. And My Neighbor Totoro, obviously, because the Fanning sisters did the American dub when Disney did all of those. Princess Mononoke, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Great film. One I should watch more than I do. Same with Porco Rosso. Michael Keaton, Carrie Ellis, Brad Garrett, who I've met. Should have a Studio Ghibli marathon. Now, this is the one I've probably seen the least. I think I've only seen this one time since I bought it. Shia LaBeouf, Uma Thurman, Patrick Stewart. That's crazy. Yeah, I think I've only seen this one time, which is a shame. Need to, this is very sad. A very sad movie. But it's breathtaking, great storytelling. I don't know why this wasn't released with all the ones here released at Walmart. I don't know why this did not make the cut. I had to get this on eBay, I think. Okay, now we get into all of the DreamWorks. Okay, I'm going to try and keep them up there. We have Spirit, the Ultimate Collection, which, I don't know, this might be a trade-in. I used to be a completist, like, I want everything DreamWorks, but now I'm like, I've barely watched this at all. First film, pretty decent. The show, not great, but I'll definitely we got a while until that happens. Crude's kind of same thing. First movie was okay, but I don't know. I do like the animation style, but we'll see. These were really good deals. They were like $10, I think, for the entire show and the movies. Definitely food for thought there. Then we have some of the Shrek shorts. Scared Shrekless, Shrek the Halls, the first Puss in Boots movie, Shrek the Musical, which I would love to have Sutton Foster sign one day. And I just recently saw it locally here. We have a local theater, the Macon Little Theater. Two of my friends were in it who are sisters. In fact, 3 sisters were all in it together. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, Sutton Foster, I would love to meet her someday. Donkey's Christmas Shrektacular. Man, there were a ton of shorts. Shrek Forever After, the final chapter. Not as good as 2, but not as bad as Shrek the Third. Probably my least favorite Shrek film. Shrek 2, absolutely love that one. Great sequel. Shrek 3D, which was the attraction, of course. So you can still enjoy it, but we don't get that amazing pre-show. Then, of course, the first Shrek still holds up today. I need the Blu-ray box set so I won't have, 10 DVDs on the shelf. Then, of course, Joseph, King of Dreams. Great film. Not as good as The Prince of Egypt, which was so good. Chicken Run, classic. Aardman Animation, who did quite a lot with DreamWorks. Up until, I don't know, they did quite a few things. And Aardman has since done, I don't know, 3 or 4 things on their own. Then Ants, the movie they say Jeffrey Katzenberg stole from Pixar. Because Bug's Life and Ants were, I won't say they're the same exact story, but they have a similar story. Road to El Dorado, that's a good one. Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, which I absolutely love. I love that movie. Probably one of my favorite DreamWorks movies ever made. It is amazing. Brad Pitt, of course, Michelle Pfeiffer, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Then we have Abominable. I don't know why I'm struggling to talk today. Great film. Love that. That's one of the better New Age DreamWorks films. Shark Tale, absolutely love that movie. I've seen it maybe the most outside of Shrek and a few others. It's great. And the video game, also great. Monster vs. Aliens, not one I've seen a ton. Reese Witherspoon, right? I think. Oh no, I think I'm correct. Megamind, hilarious. Will Ferrell, great. A bonus DVD for Flushed Away. 1,000 Singing Slugs, Flushed Away, which Aardman Animation, again, not stop motion, is made to look like stop motion, but is hilarious. Then we have Over the Hedge, underrated DreamWorks movie. Then the bonus DVD, of course. Dragon, the Hidden Road, How to Train Your Dragon. Then the original there. Haven't seen the live action. Is it any good? I don't know. Then the Kung Fu Panda films. 3, 2. I don't know which is my favorite with the Kung Fu Panda films. Then we have the Madagascar ones. Penguins. I remember that being decent. Is this the show? I think that's the show. Merry Madagascar. Madagascar 3, 2, and the original, and the activity disc. Now we will check this row out. We're already well over 30 minutes at the first shelf. So, yeah, strap in. It's going to be a long video, which I knew going in. Anytime you do an entire section, like, I did horror, and we have done many Disney videos. It's going to be a long video, but one I thought was interesting, and yeah, we're going to get through it. Here are all of the Swan Princess sequels. Secret of the Castle. I think that's the second movie. We might have to leave that out. The Enchanted Treasure. The Swan Princess Christmas. A Royal Fairy Tale. A lot of interesting sequels. I think Richard Rich directed most of these, if not all of them. Fairy Tale. Then we mix it up because they have a kid now. Royally Undercover. I think they took a break in between these two. Princess Tomorrow, Pirate Today. A Royal Mystery. Possibly my favorite sequel because it's a mystery. Very well done. I love that one. Kingdom of Music. And then the last one I have, A Royal Wedding. There are actually two more. So I have them on my wish list. Eventually I'll see them and grab them. Yeah. Eventually. Yeah. I think I got these two off of the website, along with the shirt, poster, and the Blu-ray. Great. Yeah. So some of these you will have, that's the only way. I think A Royal Mystery, limited edition, I think that's the only way. Hotel Transylvania, great, Adam Sandler. Then, of course, the sequel and part 3. I don't have the newest one, and I think is there a series? I don't know. It's kind of done after 3. I love the first one, 2 and 3, So, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Then the sequel, which I don't really remember a ton, and the show. This is just the holiday special. I think that's all they released of that. Kind of a shame. Epic. One I didn't really watch when it first came out, but since I've seen it a couple times, I do enjoy that one. The Ice Age bonus disc, that's pretty interesting. Ice Age The Meltdown, probably my least favorite Ice Age film. Another bonus disc. Then we have Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Probably my favorite sequel. Yeah, if I had to guess. Continental Drift, definitely near the bottom as well. Then we have Ferdinand, a great movie. Isn't John Cena the bull? I think he is. That is great. Horton Hears a Who, Jim Carrey. Then we have Open Season, the 4-film collection, which I love all these. The sequels I had not really seen until I got this set. Now I've seen them a couple times, especially the Halloween episode, and I have the bonus disc, which is very cool as well. I did a bonus disc video if you're interested, because I have a ton of bonus discs. They're very cool. If you did not know, when new release came out, Walmart had this thing where they would release a 2-pack of the film along with the bonus disc, and they came together. Very neat. So they're pretty cool to collect for. Then we have the Rock Dog series, which is a series I did not think I would enjoy. Well, I didn't know it would be a series, but when I saw the first one, I'm like, that looks kind of weird, and then I watched it. I absolutely loved it. 2 and 3, two's pretty decent. 3, I don't remember. I should rewatch them, but I know the first 2 movies made a ton compared to how much it cost. Then Hoodwink 2, not a sequel I really love. Then we have the Hoodwinked bonus disc, very neat, but Surf's Up 2, actually a pretty decent sequel. Then we have the Angry Bird movies and the Addams Family movie. Pretty decent. I do have the sequel. I didn't think I had the sequel. Shows you how many times I've seen that. Balto 1 and 2, which, if you did not know, the first Balto has some live action sequences when I think it's the grandfather is telling his granddaughter about Balto. So that's interesting. Balto 3, Wings of Change. I think I've seen that once. Grinch, the Benedict Cumberbatch movie. Sing 2, I need to upgrade that to Blu-ray. Love it. Rise of the Guardians. The 3 Wallace and Gromit shorts. There we go, move past the pole here. Then another bonus DVD, and the movie, which is a great film, but the reason I don't really watch it a whole lot is because it beat Corpse Bride for Best Animated Feature, which it should not have. Nick Park has way too many Oscars, so. But it's a great film. Because Helena Bonham Carter was in both films, which is crazy. She beat herself, basically. Mr. Peabody and Sherman, which this movie killed us from having Papa. They were going to do Papa next with the director of Dexter's Laboratory. On one of the releases, in fact, I think it came with like 6 minutes of, they were doing like a proof of concept type thing, but man, that would have been a good film, but the box office for that killed any hope of it. Boss Baby, pretty decent. I think I enjoy the sequel more though, Family Business. Bad Guys, that might be a trade-in. I did enjoy it, but some of these need a revisit. Home, I know I absolutely love. I'm sure I'll be keeping that. And the B movie. Okay, there's our first shelf there. A lot of sequels, a lot of DreamWorks. Swan Princess. Alright, now we are going to move these back and get to the second shelf. Some Don Bluth. Some more Don Bluth. There we go. Titan A. His last film he directed. I enjoy it. A lot of people don't, but I certainly do. The entire collection of American Tail, which this might be a hot take, I don't know. 5 Goes West is my favorite in the franchise. Most people don't know the last two. I think they were direct to video. That's why. Ferngully 2, not as good as the first one, but it's a fun watch. Dragon's Lair 2, Time Warp, which this is a game. Banjo the Woodpile Cat, a short film he did. Very good. Found that Walmart randomly in the $3 bin. Bartok the Magnificent, which a lot of people don't like, and I understand some of that, but it's a fun watch. Certainly not on the level of Anastasia, obviously. Same thing with Secret M2. Timmy to the rescue. Then Rock and Rule. If you guys have not seen this film, watch it. It is amazing. I could talk for 20 minutes about this film. There you go. I'll show you some of the snapshots of the film. It is so good. I forget where I found this. Did I find this at Goodwill or McKay's? I don't remember, but yeah, I've seen it many times. And our light went out, so just bear with us. I think we'll be okay. Dragon's Lair, the first game, signed by Don Bluth. That's amazing. Then we have Hoodwinked, signed by Patrick Warburton. He was the wolf. Met him at MomoCon years ago. We went with a couple of friends. Didn't film it, but yeah, that is great. Then we have The Thief and the Cobbler, which is one of those, like, what if kind of movies. Because if you did not know, Richard Williams there, he did all of the animated sequences for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But he worked on this movie for like 30 years. And then when he did Roger Rabbit, Disney was like, "Oh, well, we'll give you some money to finish your film." And he was such a perfectionist that he could not finish the movie on time, and Disney just shipped it overseas, and they rushed, kind of threw it together in like a few months and put dialogue and, characters whose mouths were not even moving and stuff like that. It was a disaster. There's a great documentary about that. The Persistence of Vision. Yeah, it's great. Rover Dangerfield. Took me a long time to find this. I think I got McKay's, if I'm not mistaken. But that's a good one. It was supposed to be more adult oriented. Rodney Dangerfield wanted like an extreme R-rated movie, but Warner Brothers wouldn't let him do it. Then we have the Land Before Time complete collection. All 14 films. Not all are worth watching. Obviously the first one and the second one, I think, is that the one with all the raptors? Then after that, it's pretty much take your pick. But I do love the first one. Okay, we have Spawn the series. Great. The Last Unicorn. Happy Feet 1 and 2. Absolutely love both of those. Isle of Dogs, which is another classic Wes Anderson film. If you have not seen this, check it out. Is actually really fantastic. I need to watch that. Kubo and the Two Strings, another Leica animation, 2016. There it is. I don't remember what they have done since this movie. Arthur Christmas, I was kind of late to the party on this movie, but is fantastic. Ever since I've seen it almost every holiday season. Beowulf, another Robert Zemeckis animated film. Saw this one in theaters. It is amazing. I believe I was in college. Yeah, freshman year. Because we had an English teacher. She was obsessed with, literary works. And Beowulf, obviously. So we had to tell her about when we came back from Thanksgiving break. All the differences and stuff. But yeah, great film. Garfield's Pet Force, an interesting animated film. Not sure where to put that. Fun Fest, same thing. I guess just put them with the shows. Then we have really the only two Tom and Jerry movies I care about. There are a ton of films, but these are the two I really love. So, besides the live action, I have that as well. But as far as the animated movies, I didn't want all 30,000 movies. I just wanted these two. The one example of a double pack I will keep, even though the spine, I mean, we could not have put the movie titles there. But anyway, yeah, love both of those. Then we have Flintstone, A Christmas Collection, Christmas Carol, their version of A Christmas Carol. That has to be the most remade thing of all time, because everybody has done A Christmas Carol. In fact, we're even getting a new horror take on it with Johnny Depp. So, look forward to that. Flintstones, 2 movies and 5 specials there. Rockin' with Judy Jetson, the Jetsons movie, which I actually really like, is so well done. And let's see, is the other one on here? Not that one. Yeah, Jetsons Meet the Flintstones, another great movie. Then we have Care Bears 2, A New Generation. Did you guys grow up with the Care Bears? I did. Love the movies. The original one, 25th anniversary. That's crazy. Then we have Akira. So many directors have wanted to do a live action version of this movie. Jordan Peele, Christopher Nolan, but no one's ever had the opportunity. But man, what a great animated film. If you have not seen this and you love anime, you need to watch that movie. It is so great. Coraline, Henry Selick. You're probably seeing from the director of The Nightmare Before Christmas and thinking, wait, Tim Burton did that. But Henry Selick directed it. Tim produced story, all that kind of stuff. So they both claim ownership of the movie, but you know, it's whatever. They both had a big part in the film. But Coraline proved that Henry Selick is a great director in his own right. He's pretty much the godfather of stop motion. I, has he done? I can't think of one he has done recently, though. He's kind of out of the whole filmmaking realm right now, I guess. Happily Ever 2, not to be confused with the one we looked at earlier. But these are funny films. You have the original there, which I finally found in great shape. Those, anytime you see those, they're horribly scratched. Legends of the Guardians, the Owls of Go. Great movie based on I think a book series. I think I'm around that. Yeah, based on the novels. Yeah, that is a great film. Charlotte's Web collection, which includes the live action. Yeah, great little set here. A multi-pack I will get behind, which includes all the films in the franchise, including the live action. That's a good multi-pack. Cats Don't Dance, that's why I was saying Sing reminds me of Sing, or Sing reminds me of this movie, is great. Need to rewatch some of these. The Plague Dogs, which if you have seen Watership Down, it's the same director, also equally as sad. Martin could not make an animated film without it being sad. But the struggle of animals, is bound to be sad. But it's a great film. Once Upon a Forest, great. Always reminded me of Don Bluth growing up. I don't know if you guys got that vibe as well, but it's not a Don Bluth film, as you can see there. Not even produced by him, but I always thought it was. It was produced by William Hanna, though, so if you get Hanna-Barbera vibes, that's valid. Iron Giant, one of the better animated films. Brad Bird, before he became a household name with Pixar. Then we have The Adventures of Tintin, a great movie. We were supposed to get a sequel. Edgar Wright, Joe Cornish, Steven Spielberg directed, Peter Jackson produced. So many amazing, talented filmmakers came together to make this. But the sequel never happened because Peter Jackson never got around to doing it. I think that's when he had to hop back and direct all the Hobbit films. So I doubt we're ever going to get a sequel, which is a shame, because I did love this movie. Very nostalgic, Hercules and Xena, the battle for Mount Olympus, which if you grew up going to like Target and Target, Walmart, when they had the TVs to show you the the newest movie, this one was always playing in the background. So yeah, great. One of my favorite upgrades I've had, which is unusual because both of their series are live action, but when they combined, it was in an animated feature. But it absolutely worked. I love the movie. Then Willie the Sparrow, which I grew up on renting from the library, is a great film. I think I found this at, was it Dollar Tree? Maybe so, or Goodwill. Also one of my favorite upgrades. Need to rewatch that. Then the Babar films. Babar the movie. There we go. And Babar King of the Elephants, which I think this one was first, or maybe that one was, a magical new movie based on the classic story. 98, 99. And this one was they were both 99. So I don't know which one was actually first, but I know this one I enjoy a lot more. Just personal preference. But Babar, great. Then we have the Lord of the Rings animated films. Rankin and Bass, when people still thought the books were unadaptable, if that's a word. So Rankin and Bass did some animated features, and people are like, well, it never get made into live action. And then Peter Jackson did his thing. I wish The Hobbit had been better. The first movie is pretty good. The two sequels, not so much. But the Rankin and Bass films, so good. So we have that going for us. And then we will end with some snapper cases here until we get to the bottom row. Quest for Camelot. Not one I watch a whole lot, but it takes me back. They used to play this trailer all the time. Like, you would think it made a ton of money at the box office, but it did not. I think it was a bomb, actually. Osmosis Jones, another live-action animation hybrid. We will get to the series a little later, but hilarious movie. The Powerpuff Girls, the movie. We will also see the series a little later. And The King and I, probably my favorite version of The King and I. There is a Jodie Foster movie, which I also enjoy, but probably the animated film for me. Alright, let's get to this section. Okay, we have another version of A Christmas Carol. There are 50 billion versions of that. Then we have the Pound Puppies, Legend of the Big Paw. Not from the series. This was, well, it looks similar. I think it was the movie after the series ended. I don't have a lot of the Pound Puppies, which is a shame. I do love the show, but I think it was only ever released on VHS. That should get a complete series. Then we have Halo Legends. Not one I watch a ton, but I grew up playing Halo, obviously, and was in a few Halo tournaments in college. We had a guy who was an amazing sniper, and we dominated. So yeah, love Halo. Clifford's really big movie. Need the series though. Have the movie. Love the movie. Curious George. Great film. Will Ferrell, Drew Barrymore. And the sequel's pretty good as well. I don't know why they quit making the movies. But they did. We only have 2. Then we have Monster Family, which was a Dollar Tree pickup, blind buy, total blind buy, and I absolutely loved it. So then later, years later, I found the sequel also at Dollar Tree. Really good as well. Then we have Jonah, a VeggieTales movie, which I grew up on the VeggieTales. It was religious media that was good for kids. Everything right and wrong. You always learned a valuable lesson. But man, the VeggieTales movie was so good. It's actually hilarious. I think it did pretty decent at the box office. I don't have any of the show though. I need, especially Larry Boy. Oh, if there is a DVD compilation with all of Larry Boy, I'm gonna get that. In fact, I need to look that up. Where the Wild Things Are. Grew up with the book. Love the Scholastic short. And I love the live action movie as well. That's a cool release. It has a couple bonus shorts as well there. Then the Gallivants, another library rental. A lot of things were rented from the library. Then the Rob Zombie animated film, which Cassandra Peterson also in this. I mean, Sherry Moon Zombie obviously is in it. She's in all of his films. Pretty good. I would have to revisit to give a in-depth analysis, but from what I remember, it was good. Silent Night. The Mitchells versus the Machines, which another instance of the trailer was awful, but once I picked up the film, I think I got in the value bin. I loved it. It was great. Because it got nominated for Best Animated Feature. I'm like, well, that's dumb. The movie looks stupid. But once I watched it, it was great. And it did, in fact, deserve that. Hell and Back, I think I've seen one time. I think I grabbed the Dollar Tree. Let's see, was this Hanna-Barbera? I think this was Hanna-Barbera's version of Animal Farm. I don't see them listed. But yeah, a great version of Animal Farm. Then Dougal, the same company that made Hoodwinked. Not as good. And look at the voice talent they got for this film. And it totally bombed. I don't even know if it made its budget back. Yeah, so that possibly a trade-in. I always say I'm going to trade it Then I watch it and they do that pirates joke, and I'm like, oh, I'm probably gonna keep it, but we'll see. Eight Crazy Nights, one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. I'm not saying that sarcastically. It is hilarious. Absolutely love this film. It is great. If every movie he made was this funny, I would love all of his films, but sadly they're not. Garfield Gets Real, a CG animated thing. Van Helsing, The London Assignment. Freebirds. From what I remember, I do enjoy it. Getting some shadows. Heavy Metal, great. And Heavy Metal 2000, not as good, but very good. Very nostalgic. It's like a compilation of things, if you guys have never seen it. The other Dead Space movie I have, Downfall. The Nuttiest Nutcracker. Inspector Gadget. The Biggest Caper Ever. Bernie Mac somehow was in this movie. Then we have the Good Times princess movies, which I got for fun. I might trade it in eventually, but it was cool to have. Alpha and Omega, I enjoy the first movie, but there's 8. And I do not remember any of the sequels, so that needs a rewatch. The Nut Job, I do remember enjoying. I don't have the second one. I don't know if I want it. Wonder Park, I don't know why I have this movie. I really don't. Rewatch time for a lot of these. Igor, I do really enjoy. Same thing with the Book of Life and the Pirates. Then Little Nemo, another library rental. A lot of these were rented from the library. A classic movie there. Then we have some Alvin and the Chipmunks. The double feature of Frankenstein and the Wolfman. Then this is a movie, The Chipmunk Adventure. Then we get into the series here, Trick or Treason, some of the episodes, the movie parodies, the Christmas, A Chipmunk Christmas, the Smurfs movies, all 4. I think there's another one, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. Sponge on the Run, another SpongeBob movie. The Rugrats trilogy, that's a cool set. And the other random Nickelodeon films, which I'm trying to split up. I have a couple to go. I know I need Jimmy Neutron and I think Hey Arnold, but we'll get to that. Wild Thornberries, that's on the set. The second Hey Arnold film, which they have re-released the series now that I have this movie, and they have the series with the 2 movies. Just recently released that, of course. Hellboy, Blood and Iron, another CG Resident Evil film. Ghost in the Shell 2. From what I remember, I do enjoy that one, but could use a rewatch. As with Street Fighter Alpha, the movie, I don't know if I like this as good as Street Fighter 2, but yeah, could use a rewatch. Alright, there's shelf number 2. Now we will get to shelf number 3. Then we get to some of the series, which I've done a video on Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. So definitely go check out those videos as well. So we'll kind of run through these quickly. Greatest Adventures Story from the Bible. This is the one DVD release I have. Then Two Stupid Dogs. I wish this had the complete series. Sadly, it does not. Then the Tiny Toon Adventures movie. That is great. Then the only DVD I have of The Mask. Got the light back. We won't spend too much time on the Hanna-Barbera because we covered those. So go watch that video. But we have this cool Babe Boop set, 42 episodes. I don't think all of them have been released. Then we have a couple of these cartoon collections. I just like the front cover of that. And it has some Three Stooges cartoons, which I need to... There is a complete collection of that. They're in here too with Babe Boop. 600. That's insane. Then we have Digimon here. Digital Monsters. Hot take, but I love Digimon more than Pokemon. I know that's crazy to most people, all 4 seasons, but this is the one I grew up on. I didn't watch Pokemon really until later in life. This was the show that was on during my childhood, and I absolutely love it. I need to do a re-watch of this, all 4 seasons. That would be great. Because 3 and 4 I haven't really seen a lot. It's the first 2 seasons that I've seen a whole bunch. Then the Hanna-Barbera, we'll just quickly look at Halloween Tree, Flintstone Specials, Giant Quest, The Real Adventures. Should have picked a better way to do this. Real Adventures, Season 2, Volume 2, Season 1, Volume 1. Season 1, Volume... Anyway, you can read it. Cyber Insects, Golden Quest, the 80s Adventures, the original series, which I don't know if that is on Blu-ray. I would like to upgrade that. Thundercats, the complete series. Tom and Jerry, Spotlight Edition. Jetsons, Huckleberry Hound. Wacky Races, Hung Hung Phooey, Top Cat, Josie and the Pussycats, Yogi Bear. I need some of the movies. The Flintstones. Wow, this is falling. Pinky and the Brain, which was a Warner Brothers Disrot title. Freakazoid. That is also under Disrot, but these 2 are okay. Seasons 1, 2, Tiny Toons, all 4. Well, it's weird. It's Season 1, Volume 1, 2, and then Volume 3 and 4, which is a weird way to release it. And then Animaniacs, which includes Wacko's Wish, the movie. Alright, so that's that row. Now up here. There we go. I think I got the light perfect here. We have Samurai Jack, which is one of my favorite upgrades. I never really marathoned the show. I think did I have one season or something? I forget, but yeah, amazing upgrade. I forgot where I upgraded. Was it McKay's? I don't remember. Maybe Walmart? I don't know. You guys might remember. And then Mr. Bean, the animated series, all three collections, which comes with 6 volumes here. I believe it's the whole series. There might be more. I don't know. As far as I know, it's the complete series. But these took a while because I had them all individually. And then I realized there were box sets with them. So I had to found a couple at McKay's, I believe. And I think Caleb had to get one online. Jimmy Neutron, which was released to Walmart last year. Great. Never thought we would get a complete series. But I'm very glad I got that. Because we had the random volumes. Caleb might still have those. I don't know. Same thing with Dexter's Laboratory. This is a foreign release. I got this before they released it to Walmart, but my version comes with the movie Ego Trip. I think the new release does not. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't think it includes the movie. So that was a cool pickup from eBay, I believe. Then the Amazing World of Gumball. I don't know if this is all of the releases. We have the Mystery, the Party, Gumball and Friends, which I think was the first volume, and volume 4. Comment down below, does this have more volumes, or I know it does have a complete series, but is there like a foreign season release? That would be good to know. Then Clarence, a show I knew nothing about until we had some friends over, and we said, just bring something you want to watch, and we'll do a vote and see what we want to watch. And somebody brought this one, Clarence, and it is absolutely hilarious. Then the guy, the creator and voice of Clarence, left the show, and I think they tried to keep going, but it just didn't work. Then we have Bluey, one of the best animated shows of all time. Is amazing. Australia, you guys do it best. Horror and animation now, so yeah. But a third of Disney Plus right here. Love that show. Camp Cretaceous, Jurassic World, a great animated show, which I believe is this still going on? I don't know. I have seasons 1 to 3 here. I don't know if I would care about past season 3, but great show, great Netflix show. They don't release a lot to physical media. Then we have Mike Tyson Mysteries, Adult Swim show. Absolutely love it. I think there is a season 2. I've just never found it out in the wild, so maybe someday I'll find that. But comment if it's as good as this season, because I love season 1. Then G.I. Joe, the movie, absolutely love this. Although I enjoy the live action movies, they were nowhere near the animated film for me. Then we have the original Christmas classics, Rudolph, Frosty, includes Frosty Returns as well, down there. Great set. Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, probably my favorite movie, outside the newer 2015 one. Yeah, that's great. Then some of the specials here, Great Pumpkin, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. I think there is a giant collection. If I ever find that, I'll grab it, but I don't know if it comes with everything. I'll have to look into that. Then we have the Looney Tunes, which comment down below, guys. Is this everything Looney Tunes related? Of the original run, I mean, not the spin-offs and all, or movies, just... Is this all of the original Looney Tunes? I believe it is, but I'm not sure. I think there was a guy who did a video about on YouTube. I probably need to watch that. See if it is all of them. Then the Flintstone Kids, not a show I watch a ton. Tom and Jerry, the Gene Deitch collection. Wabbit, season 1. I love the new age Looney Tunes as well. I love the style of this. They did kind of like the new Mickey show. It's great. Then Tasmania, I believe the only release we have of Tasmania, which is very sad. Then we have Daffy Duck's Quack Busters, is it a movie? Yeah, I think it's a movie. Yeah, animated feature film. I'm like, it's not a series. Then we have Duck Dodgers, I believe the complete series. That is on Blu-ray, so I will have to upgrade it at some point. Then the Looney Tunes show, also a great reboot of the franchise there. I absolutely love that. Then Nickelodeon, we will run through these because I did a whole video on them. We have Hey Arnold, which does not include the movies. Same thing with Wild Thornberrys. I don't know why they did that. I guess they figured they could put them all together and make more money or something. Cat Dog, not my favorite Nickelodeon show. All Real Monsters, great series. Then the Angry Beavers. Nostalgia, but don't really watch it a ton. Rocko's Modern Life, I love, is so hilarious. And Doug, of course, maybe my favorite Nickelodeon outside of the early SpongeBob years, of course. Danny Phantom, my newest added to Nickelodeon. I did enjoy it. It's a fun watch. Then Rugrats, of course, does it include All Grown Up? Oh, it does. Okay. Huh. So I think this is everything except for the movies, which I have Well, we looked at that already. Then we have SpongeBob, the first 100. If you guys remember, I half of this shelf was individual SpongeBob releases, because they did like volumes, like season 5 or 6. Yeah. Then we have the next 100 and another 100. Love SpongeBob. Don't know if I'll go past 300. I think that's when it was getting kind of repetitive. But I don't know. If I find it for cheap, obviously I'll grab it. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which used to only have a season 1 release, and they recently released the whole series. So that's not worth as much now. Courage the Cowardly Dog, great series. I love that. She-Ra, which I had traded in and got again from Caleb. We'll have to revisit that. Johnny Bravo, which Scooby-Doo cameos in one of those episodes. Then we have the Powerpuff Girls, which I got from Caleb as well. That was a great trade. And then Avatar, not James Cameron's Avatar, Avatar the Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra, which not as good in my opinion. I might get this on Blu-ray and trade this in. We'll see. That'll be for the future. Alright, that is shelf number 3, and now let's do shelf 4. Okay, final shelf. We have Ozzy and Drix, the complete series. Great series based off the movie, obviously. Yeah, great. Osmosis Jones. He didn't know, which I almost forgot. Then we have Bobby's World, classic episodes. There's a complete series, I believe, but very hard to find. It's a bunch of individual DVDs. Then we have The Mummy, the animated adventures. There are three volumes. These are just my favorites I have displayed. Then we have Monster Rancher. Much like Digimon, prefer this to Pokemon. Crazy, probably to most people, but I absolutely love Monster Rancher. Then we have some Simpsons releases. Season 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I got all those at McKay's. Maybe one somewhere else. Then we have Garfield and Friends, Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the behind the scenes of the show. Then we have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, the complete first series. All 95 episodes. All dogs go to heaven. I promise I can talk. The complete collection, which also includes a Christmas Carol movie. Then we have Reboot, which is a great CGI series. I absolutely love it. Can't believe I have it in the collection. It's pretty rare from what I can tell online. Then we have the real Ghostbusters. Great. If you didn't like Ghostbusters 2, this helped you fill the void. I enjoy it too, for what it is. Then we have Beetlejuice, the complete series. Absolutely love this show. They have re-released this in a thinner case, but I have the original release from Shout Factory. Then we have Speed Racer. Didn't really care for it as a kid, but since I've rewatched it and the movie that came out, I do enjoy it now. Then we have Xeon Flux. Don't really care for the movie, but I love the show. I mean, I still watch the movie from time to time. Then we have Sailor Moon, the complete collection, and Sailor Moon Crystal, Season 2. These are foreign releases. I think the only way you can add them to your collection. Then Clanad, which was an anime a friend told me about, and I had to pick this up, also includes the movie. It's a great series, is sad at times, and the ending is very sad, but is brilliant. Alright, on to this shelf. Alright, we'll get this row and then the bot, which kind of combined. I just took them off. Cornel and Bernie, which I got Smiley's, Dave recommended. I didn't grow up on the show. I do remember catching it occasionally. Winx Club, I did watch this, probably a trade-in. Mummy, the animated series, great. If you were not a fan of the third Mummy movie because they replaced Rachel Weisz, you will love this series. It's great. Not that she voices the character or anything, but it's great. Then Volume 3, I need to revisit that series. Then Troll Hunters, Tales of Arcadia, which I think there are more seasons, but they didn't release them to DVD. So I haven't seen them, just season 1 so far. Green Eggs and Ham, I think they canceled this show. I don't think there ever was a season 2, which is a shame because I really love this series. Green Eggs and Ham, I thought was great, but you never know. Napoleon Dynamite, great series. Kind of continued the movie where the movie left off, but also kind of did its own thing. I would have to revisit. It's been a couple years, but it's a great show. Then Primal, seasons 1 and 2, one of the best shows ever made. I absolutely love this series. The same guy who did Dexter's Laboratory and Samurai Jack is great. Then Creature Comforts, the original series, America, and the Christmas special. That's a great show. Aardman Animation. Then the Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends, the complete series, so great. The guy was watching it, one of the DVD guys in his booth, made me want to rewatch the whole series. Then The Critic, the complete series, all about movies and movie spoofs and stuff, is so good. I absolutely love it. Was happy I found that McKay's 1 year. Then we have Back to the Future, the animated series, season 2 and season 1. It has been a while since I've seen that, so maybe could use a rewatch on those. Then Davy and Goliath just have 2 random volumes here. Volume 6 and Volume 2. There is a giant box set which I would love to grab someday, but never seen it out in the wild, and it is quite expensive online. Pretty sure these were a part of the box set. Yeah. I think there's 12 volumes plus a bonus DVD. I think it's on my wish list. Casper the Friendly Ghost. I think this is the whole thing, the complete collection. Found this at Walmart randomly for like $8, I think. Same thing with Woody Woodpecker and Friends. Trying to get through this. Yeah. But love Woody Woodpecker. That is a great release. Also found at Walmart for under $10, I believe. Or maybe it was $10. Then we have Star Wars Droids. I need Ewoks. That is one I do not have. They did these random animated adventures back in the day, and they're great. I love them. Star Wars The Clone Wars, the movie, which it doesn't say that, but this is the movie which was released in theaters, if you can believe that, was. Then the guy that did Samurai Jack also directed these episodes of the Clone Wars, not to be confused with the movie or the series that came later. Different thing. Father of the Pride. I've not seen this in a very long time. I don't think I've watched it since I got this release. So, possibly a trade-in. Will not trade in Arthur. That is part of my childhood. PBS. If you grew up on PBS because you did not have cable, you probably grew up on Arthur as well. And the Berenstain Bears. I always thought it was Berenstain Bears, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what's that called where you think something is and then it changes? I forget what that's called. You guys know what I mean. Then the Dr. Seuss Collector's Edition comes with all of these specials. I used to have them all individually, but this was a cool release that had them all. So, yeah, got that. That's pretty much all the ones I would care about having. So, that's a cool set if you want all the classic Dr. Seuss shorts, specials, whatever they're called. Then we have Godzilla, the series. All 40 episodes. Probably better than the movie we got around this time. I still do I saw it in theaters, so Matthew Broderick is still revisit from time to time. Then we have Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. One of my favorite Sherlock Holmes series. It is great. A lot of these were on PBS back in the day. Then we have Care Bears, the complete series. Love Care Bears. And Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego? Found that Big Peach Antique Mall not long last year, I believe. Archie's Weird Mysteries, a great series where they solve all these weird mysteries and encounter all these monsters. Jumanji, the complete animated series. If you want to know what happened in between, what after the movie, check out the series. It is great. It's a great sort of continuation. Then we have Cops, the complete series. Really enjoy this. I forget where I found this. Was it McKay's? I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. Then Conan the Adventurer. Probably could use a rewatch on that series. Don't really remember a whole lot about it. Same thing with Toxic Crusaders. That could use a rewatch. And Raggedy Ann and Andy. Witch Kids, Macaulay Culkin, and Teddy Ruxpin, Volume 1. Yeah. Could need to marathon a bunch of these. And now we will end with this stack. Okay, we have Droopy, the complete collection, which I think there's a Tex Avery Blu-ray set. Maybe there's a few volumes. I need to get that because that is under Disrut. Then we have Clone Wars, The Lost Missions, Season 5, Season 4, 3, and 1 and 2 came in these like digibook things. They have art and stuff in a little book, so that's cool. And there was another season on Disney Plus, but never released to DVD. Then we have King of the Hill here. Not really. I do enjoy it, but after I rewatched all of these, I'm like, possibly trade in. I don't know. Same thing with Heathcliff. I did grow up with this series, so there's a bit of nostalgia, but will I ever watch this again? I don't know. Rick and Morty is a show I do enjoy, but season 1, 2, really funny. After that, I don't know. What If, whatever. Ren and Stimpy, the Lost Episodes, and the Almost Complete series. Alright, that is our animation collection. That's gonna do it. Alright, hope you guys did enjoy our complete animation collection. Very long video, but thought it was important. You never know. Collectors looking for animated shows like, oh, I didn't know Cops was on DVD, or Tasmania got one release, or Monster Rancher was on Blu-ray, or The Greatest Adventures had a DVD release, and Two Stupid Dogs. So hopefully that helped add something to your wish list. What is your favorite animated show and or movie? Comments down below. I was thinking about doing a video of animated shows that don't have a DVD release or a complete series release. I don't know, maybe something for the future. Did you grow up on Foofer? That's a question. Comments down below. Alright, there's gonna do it. I'm Josh. More videos coming as always. Until then, if I don't see you out thrifting, I'll see you at the movies. Bye.